What is going on? Welcome to this short video, a little different format, and yeah, I'm in Train Sim World, and as anyone who knows me knows, I'm not a big fan of dovetail games for numerous different reasons. Oh, hey, look, a train going the other way. Like something actually moving. But I wanted to talk about today dovetail games. Finally, after developing train simulators for 11 years, 10, 11 years, finally added Raildriver support. Yay! So I decided, you know what, I'll give it a shot. Train Sim World 2 is on Steam sale for 20 bucks. All I'm going to be out if I try it is 20 bucks. So I'm just kind of doing some of the little scenarios that they have here. And exploring it, and here's what I can say. Definitely good things about the Raildriver implementation and bad things. So first, this video I'm not going to really get into all the little things that I don't like, but we're going to get right into the things I do like. I don't like using the keyboard to drive a train. That's why I have a Raildriver. And so the longest time, trying to drive a train in Train Sim World was difficult just because the lack of Raildriver support in the keyboard controls. But we're kind of not, the keyboard controls weren't really intuitive. It was hard to memorize them, especially since the controls for Run 8 and the controls for trains and the controls for TSW have always been different, and they didn't move at the right pace. Getting my hands on the Raildriver, well, I've had this Raildriver for years, but finally getting the ability to use the Raildriver in games is great because it's more intuitive. I know what all these buttons and levers and knobs and switches do, and so it's just like boom, boom, boom. I don't have to think anymore. It's all muscle memory. I want to make the train go reverse, throttle, brakes. Boom, done. It's super easy. That's great. And so that's a fantastic thing. I'm super glad that we finally have Raildriver support. Because also just like clicking all of this, you could pan the camera around and click. That's just not how I like to operate. I like to look and see where I'm going. Like, oh, I need to stop in 200 yards. I'll move the throttle here in a minute. We'll actually see that when we get closer. I am going to talk about one thing though that I'm not happy with the implementation of the Raildriver, and that is, I only run the American routes, so I haven't tried any of the British or the German route that is in the game, because I haven't bought any of the other routes or anything. Throttle idle, so the train coast here. Side view. But this locomotive, this is GP38-2 in YN3, right? There is no difference between this locomotive in YN3 and YN2 other than the paint. However, the Raildriver is only supported in Train Sim World on locomotives, on the CSX locomotives that are painted in YN3, which doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. It's the same locomotives, just different paint. So I don't know why the devs couldn't have added that. I don't know. I made that work. I honestly don't know. Go ahead and stop here on that marker. And get a little power, a little too slow. Things that do work on the Raildriver, it has a little speedometer right here. If you've never played with the Raildriver, there's a little LCD display. Looks just like this, and it does function. So again, I'm not going to be watching. I'm not going to neutral, train brake, independent brake. And I've stopped. Oh, now they want me to go somewhere else? Oh, they want me to stop over there. Let's go to map view. I don't like doing map view, but these switches are lined now. Let's go ahead and shove the train forward. Brakes, look at that, I just one hand. Now, obviously, the Raildriver isn't 100% one-to-one mimicking the layout of all the control levers here. It's a generic controller, just like this joystick here, this HOTAS by Thrustmaster. It doesn't mimic the exact joystick you would see in F-16. It doesn't mimic the exact joystick you would have in an F-16, but it does a good job at representing it. And the Raildriver does a good job of representing the controls that you would have in a train, in an actual locomotive. And it makes it, considerably easier to drive a train with the Raildriver. So, with them finally implementing, finally supporting the Raildriver, it's great, it's fun. And I know someone's going to sit there and say, but Kaz, they're going to be in the comments like this, because this is how people in the comments type. And they're going to be like, well, the Raildriver's been supported by Railworks for years, and you're only half right. Raildriver does work in Railworks in the Train Sim series, but it doesn't work as a Raildriver. What you're using is a third-party piece of program that you have to run every time before you can drive your train in Train Sim, and it turns your Raildriver just into a glorified keyboard. Games like Run 8 and Open Rails, you just plug the Raildriver in and push a button, and that's it. You're good to go. And now the way the support here, and it shows us pause our game, and we can go to settings, and this is actually kind of neat. You can go to settings, and you go to controls, advanced controls. You can see these are locomotives that currently support the Raildriver: GP38-2 YMB, SD40, AC4400, but only in the YN3, which doesn't make sense. But yeah, this is super simple. Just you want to calibrate, you press a button, and it walks you through. You press E to calibrate. I know it's blocked by my camera here. Maybe we're going on the right track. I don't like playing in external view. I like playing in cab view. It's just me. I'm more of a hardcore sim person. That's why I turned off all the overlays. I don't have that speedometer overlay there. I don't have action points because I don't care about action points. But I'm getting sidetracked. I wish I could get rid of these little pop-ups here. Pop up right here when you do something. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this Raildriver video. It's just super intuitive. It's more fun, and I'm actually really glad that the devs finally got the Raildriver working. And it works in a manner that works right outside the box. And I'm going down the wrong track, aren't I? Nope, I'm going down the right track. That's gonna be it for this video. I'll be streaming maybe some Train Sim or some Run 8 on Fridays, and I might add. I'm gonna do a whole nother video on things I don't like about TSW and things I do like, and that'll be probably next week, so I'll catch you guys then.